Hello everybody, it's Techno here. Today I'm going to show you how to find Latias in Pokémon Emerald version. You're going to need to have become the champion of Hoenn, and you can verify this by checking your trainer card here to see if you have a Hall of Fame debut stamp on the back side. Once you defeat the champion Wallace, it will teleport you to your room back in Littleroot Town. Immediately after beating the game, you can head downstairs from your bedroom and you will be greeted by your father, Gym Leader Norman, who chit-chats a little bit and eventually gives you the SS ticket, which is helpful, but not for this. This is for something else. Your mom's going to join the conversation and eventually your dad's going to leave. And during the conversation with your mother, you're going to be interrupted by the television broadcasting something. You can go check it out. And the reporter is going to be reporting on a Pokemon whose color is blurred out by, let's say, a bad connection. And then your mom's going to come up to you and say, hey, what color was that Pokemon? What color did they say it was? And you could choose between red or blue. As you can see right here, you have the choice. Now, you can tell whatever Pokemon you want. If you choose red, you get Latias. If you choose blue, you get Latios. Be very careful because whatever one you choose, the other one is practically impossible for you to get, especially if you're playing on a hard copy because you're going to need an e-reader for the Eon ticket. So choose carefully. You're probably going to have to trade another person for the other one. So if you're looking for Latias, we're choosing red. Then your mom's just kind of like, okay, sure, whatever. And then you leave. The next step I want you to do is to fly on over to Moss Deep City. You want to go to the Pokemart over here, which is to the right of the Pokemon Center, and you can go inside and purchase some Ultra Balls, and also purchase some Max Repel. I recommend like 30 or 40, something like that. And then go ahead and leave the mart. We're going to fly on over to Mauville City next, and this is where we're going to be starting the hunt for Latias, because Latias isn't easy to find. The first thing we're going to do is spray that Max Repel we just bought, and then we're going to go check our Pokemon party. You're going to need a Pokemon that's between level 30 and level 39 first in your party. As you can see, this Clamperl here is first in my party, and it's level 30. That's what we need, so make sure you get a Pokemon between level 30 and level 39. From the Pokemart here in Mauville City, make your way to the right over here into Route 118, and then eventually surf across this part of the water over here, and you'll find another beach shoreline thing that you can continue onward over here to discover a patch of grass. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to run around in this patch of grass. You could even do it up here, and this one's probably better. Run around here, and if you don't get an encounter with maybe 20 to 30 steps, go ahead and go up this road until you see the sign change into Route 119. Once you see that, go back down, and then you'll see it change back to run 118. And that's where you go back to the grass and check around again. After 20 or 30 steps in the grass again, if you don't have an encounter, go back up to Route 119, go back right down to Route 118, and do it again. You're going to keep doing this process over and over and over again. That's because Latias is roaming, and when you change routes, so does she. So eventually, you will get lucky. It will take forever. It took me about 40 minutes. I've noticed that Latias and Latios tend to hang around this area more than the original location I was doing this in. So this is definitely the best spot, in my opinion. Once you encounter Latias, there's a couple things to know. The first thing is that if you have a Master Ball, I recommend just using it now. This is the only Pokemon that truly benefits from using the Master Ball on. If you don't have the Master Ball, then you could chuck a Pokeball at it. Whatever you do, do not attack it on your first encounter. It is not a good idea to attack it on your first encounter. Once you do the turn, Latias will flee. It will run away. And the reason why we did that is because now we can check our Pokedex to scoot all the way down to the bottom of the dex. You'll find that you now have Latias seen, which you could track via the area dex. And as you can see, Latias is over there between Mauville and Slateport. So we're not quite where it is, but now we know where Latias is at all times. And remember what I told you, Latias changes routes when you change routes. So when we go back up to Route 119, we can now check our dex, and we're going to find out that Latias is no longer between Mauville and Slateport. No, she's now in Route 117. So we're on a little bit of a good streak there. What we're going to do is just go down into Route 118, check our dex again and see where she is relocated, and then eventually what you're looking for is to be in the same exact route as Latias, like this here. If you check the area dex, and here you are in the zone that Latias is also in. Once you're in the zone like that, all you gotta do is just go to the nearest grass patch and search there. Now, Latias won't be guaranteed the first Pokemon you encounter, so if you see an Oddish or an Illumise or something, don't stress yourself out. Now, I recommend saving here. Saving. The reason why is because if you KO Latias, it will never, ever, ever come back. This is your only chance, so do not KO it. So I put a Pokemon in front of my party that can damage it a little bit. Now, I don't want to KO it, so I'm using a super effective move, but Flygon's really not the best. So as you can see, it only put Latias at half HP, and then Latias flees again. Now, we're back to the hunt again. We're going to check and try and track it and encounter it again. The thing about damaging this Pokemon... first of all, before I move on, you see how Latias was way over in like Route 129 or 130? If it's far away, the best way to get it close to you is to go to a place where the border is, like Mauville City, and just go back and forth from route to city, route to city, route to city, route to city, because you changing routes a whole bunch of times, that means Latias is changing routes a whole bunch of times. And as you look at that, look how much closer she is already. So, remember how I damaged the Latias last time? Well, as you can see, I'm encountering the Latias, and here it is, still damaged. It is still there, and we could go ahead and status elements do the same thing. If you put it to sleep, then the next time you find it, it will be sleeping in the wild as well. It will still run away if it's sleeping, believe it or not. Now, you can trap in Latias if you really want to by using a move like Mean Look. Maybe Fire Spin and Clamp and those kind of moves. Lock it in, I'm not sure. But again, if you have a Master Ball, I recommend avoiding all this trouble. Just throw it right away. This is the only Pokemon that really truly benefits from this. If you don't, good luck. It's a lot of effort required. But that's how you find Latias and track it down in Pokemon Emerald version. And of course, if you're interested in more free of fluff video guides like this one, go ahead and click the playlist that's on screen now. I hope you enjoyed, and Techno's out.